Thanks for tuning in to RC Truth Media. Today we're going to be going over what's going on in China. If you haven't heard about China in the United States, you've been under a rock. Because anytime you turn on the news, television, see a newspaper, or even talk to the guy next door, seems like you're hearing, what's going on with China? China, US, United States, yeah. Well, they are taking over. Okay, they've caught up to us. They're right behind us, and they're going to take over as the world reserve currency if something isn't done. And Trump knows this. That's why he's doing what he's doing. He sees the way unfair trade balance that has been going on for years, which has allowed them to get where they're at today. Let's talk about how further they are along in technology, not just with TVs and laptops, computers, but also with artificial intelligence and with army, military equipment, and missiles, a lot of other stuff. Check out this article from Zero Hedge I found today. Okay, this one is titled U.S. General Warns China Could Deploy Hypersonic Weapons Large Scale. The United States could lose its military technological superiority to China by late 2020s if it does not spend its $700 billion defense budget wisely, like more investments in artificial intelligence, electronic warfare, and hypersonic missiles. Former Deputy Defense Secretary Robert Work and General Paul Selva, Vice Chairman of the Joint Chief, warned Thursday at the Center for a New American Security Conference on strategic competition, maintaining the edge. Okay, something that the United States has not done during these past few presidencies. Says we should be prepared to be surprised in any conflict with China, not only because it has invested heavily in modernizing its armed forces, but also how it has invested in next generation military technology, said former Deputy Secretary Work. China wants to be a first mover in artificial intelligence by incorporating machine learning algorithms into submarine drones, hypersonics, and unmanned aerial vehicles. That will be how they will get ahead of the United States, Work warned. Former Deputy SECDF Robert O'Work answers a question about who's winning the race. We've never gone up against a high technology competitor like China, so it's hard for me to say. Are we ahead or are we not? Well, let's take a look. They are growing and they have treasuries up the butt from the United States. Okay, they have a whole bunch of our money, which is the world reserve currency, and we have no other money but our money, which is the dollar. So if anything were to happen to the world reserve currency, yes, we would be done. It says right here. Both presenters harped on the idea that China has advanced in the hypersonic program to a level where it could soon deploy on a large scale. General Selva said that the Pentagon needs further investment in hypersonic research and development for an asymmetric advantage against China and Russia. During the discussion at the CNAS in Washington, D.C., General Selva said China has yet to mass deploy hypersonics or long range tactical ballistic missiles. However, they are able now to deploy those capabilities at a large scale if they decide to move in that direction, he added. If they decide to. General Silva then dropped a bombshell indicating that the Pentagon is behind in the demonstration of hypersonic technologies, but he did mention that the Pentagon still holds an advantage when it comes to sensor and sensor integration technologies. If we just sit back and don't react, we will lose our technology superiority over China, Silva said. In mid-April, Lockheed Martin announced that it had won. Oh, check that. Lockheed Martin announced that it had won a $928 million contract to develop a hypersonic missile for the U.S. Air Force to counter Chinese and Russian missile defense systems. Yep, so that's what they did. Lockheed Martin, that's crazy. So that's why Donald Trump was talking about Lockheed Martin for so long. $928 million contract? Dang. Yep. So, alright, I'll leave this article here so y'all can take a look at this as well. See what else it says here. What we're really trying to do there is prototype using new rapid prototyping authorities to see what we can advance, and what the art of the possible is to see how quickly we can get a capability out there. Lieutenant General Arnold Bunch, military deputy to the Assistant Secretary of the Air Force for Acquisitions, Technology, and Logistics, told journalists during a June 21st meeting at the Pentagon, our competitive edge has eroded in every domain of warfare, air, land, sea, space, and cyberspace, he said, and is continually eroding. That's right, it's eroding because we've become a debt-based economy. We are 21 trillion in debt now. Okay? Have you heard the new report? 21 trillion in debt now, meaning that the United States dollar has no faith around the world. And China is just moving up on every single level in every sector. They have the Chinese yuan now, the petro yuan, which is taking the place of the petrodollar. So I think Trump recognizes this, and that's why he's doing everything he's doing now with the tariffs and all of the trade war, and all of the trade wars with not just China. He's doing tariffs and a lot of stuff about trade all across the world. Okay, he's a good businessman, and I do think that he does have a picture of Andrew Jackson in his office. So I think what he wants to do is take down the dollar, just what Andrew Jackson wanted to do is take down the Fed. So I think secretly he wants to do that as well. And this is maybe why he has some of these Goldman Sachs people in his office, or in the Trump team. You know what I'm saying? So thanks a lot for coming to the video today. Please like and subscribe. Donate if it is possible. Do know times are rough. I do have 2 videos that come out every day. Usually, today I only got to do one, but tomorrow I'll be right back at it. You have a great night. Good night.